May God give you gift of seeing, so that you see before it happens. I'm not a political prophet, I'm a prophet. And what I see, I say. Now, there are too many things the Lord has shown me that the coming years, it will be very interesting. Don't forget that when I give you a prophecy and you can play, I told you there's going to be a fight in Parliament. I told you on Wednesday, Thursday, they were fighting, destroying tables. Now, look at me. I see 3 aircraft in Africa. I see an aircraft land in Ghana. I see another aircraft land in South Africa. I see another one land in Kenya. And when I saw in the vision, what came out of those aircraft were the virus I've been prophesying about. So there are people who have been infected with that virus. They are sitting on flights and they are coming. Somebody say they are coming. If you like, joke with it. Very soon you start wearing nose masks again. So we want to pray for Ghana, that God will preserve us in this country. I saw a plane landing in South Africa. The South African one has landed already. One is coming to Ghana. Another one is coming to Kenya. Ghana and Kenya has not landed yet. And I see people carrying the virus, coming out of the flight and spreading the virus. And when they breathe, I saw the virus in their mouth. And very soon the people will start wearing nose masks again. So we want to pray for Ghana. Look at somebody, say we want to pray for Ghana. How many of you remember my prophecy that I saw death in Parliament? I started saying it in December. I saw death in Parliament. Okay, now look at me. There is death in Parliament. We need to pray for our MPs. And see, this death, they are very young people, very young, very vocal people. 2 of them have ministerial appointment. Very young and very vocal, like they are very vocal. You know that advantage women have over men, marry men and take their properties and all that is about to stop very soon. I am not into crypto. I was in my office and the Lord showed me the vision. So for me to be mentioning these things that are crypto means that it is truly prophetic. I'll give you the other 5 on 23rd. So if you like, put your money inside. If you like, don't put your money inside. When people become rich, then you say, Prophet Eric said it. I say, I'm giving you 2 cryptos for now. First crypto is OXT. OXT. If you have money, go and buy some. I will tell you when you should withdraw your money. OXT. The next one is XLM. Now listen, that thing is going to rise basa right now. And let me tell you something. Some of you have never heard this thing anywhere. I am the one telling you. You see that president that came to Ghana and then was greeting the vice president, and then he removed his cap. That military leader, Burkina Faso military leader, I see white people sponsoring people in his country, and he will be arrested. The country will be taken over from him, and the good thing he has started in the country will stop, because white people will sponsor black people. So it will be like black people are standing by him, but it's the white people that sponsored the black people to arrest him from him. Write it down. I'm giving you that prophecy. It's not a dream. Are you ready to pray for this Burkina Faso man? Now look at me. If somebody uses military to take over a country, it's not my business. But when somebody sponsors people to want to do the same thing, it becomes a problem for me. These white people, some of them have problems. We are going to pray, even though it will happen. There are certain things that must happen, but we are going to pray that the country will not turn upside down. The country will be held by God, and the purposes of God concerning that country will be fulfilled. And now for the planes that are falling, it has not finished. Planes are now about to drop. Japan, China, they will drop like that. It's a spirit. Look at somebody say it's a spirit. That's why this time around when you are traveling, you need to be spiritual to travel. Half a plane drop in the air, it has not stopped yet. But it has not happened in Japan yet. It has not happened in China yet. It has not happened in UK yet. It has not happened in Nigeria yet. So that one there, it will happen. Say it will happen. I don't see one in Ghana yet. You know, yesterday I was in a management meeting and I had a vision. And in the vision, the Lord took me to America, and I saw a bomb in a particular story building, and I saw 7 people standing by the bomb. Then I saw people gathered, and it looked like how do you call it, a concert, that there was large gatherings of people, and the bomb went off, and people's body became like meat that has gone through how do you call it, a miser. We are going to pray first of all for Ghana. Okay, this is the number 1 prayer. God should preserve our MPs. So pray about it. I see 2 people, 2 very vocal people, very controversial people. The 2 of them are young, they are mysterious, they are the majority. The minority, I described somebody the last time I came. I see them. They need to be prayed for. Otherwise they will die. They will die life and calling. And everybody will say, but these guys are very vocal, and the way they were rising up, they are likely to be presidents of this country. They have the potential, and then they will just go like that. Don't take my prophecies for granted. When I told you there will be a fight in parliament, that thing that I even said, the fight has not started yet. This one is constant. I said they will fight for 1 year. It's not that they will come every day they are fighting, but there will be 3 major fights, and the fights will last for 1 year. So we want to pray. Look at somebody and say we want to pray. Also, that's why you need to have a prophet too. We'll pray for that Burkina Faso man. We'll pray for him too. Then we'll pray for UK. Look at your neighbor and say we'll pray for UK. I will tell you what will happen in UK next week. It's not far away. It's at the door. There will be a war in UK. It will be a nation against nation, and the war will translate become black against white, and the blacks will defeat the white. I say it's in the UK. It's not far. So we want to pray first of all for our MPs. Then we'll pray for the government. We'll pray for the virus I saw. God should neutralize it. You know, a prophet will tell you something before it happens. One of the ways you know a prophet, how can you just wake up and tell people that people are about to fight in parliament? Is parliament a boxing ring? And the following day they are fighting, and they are racing. They have become like Bukom guys. And I know some of you were not surprised because your prophet said it. That fight is going to last for 1 year. And that guy that is defending Freemasonry, go and tell him that if he's not careful, he's not prayerful, they'll cut him like a tree. Then we'll pray for UK. Some of you have relatives living in the UK. We pray for God's mercy in the UK. I see scandals in the UK where cheating wives will be caught. Like very prominent people who are cheating, it will be all over the place. It is something that is about to happen. We are in February. By the time we travel into August, you start hearing those news. Okay, but we are praying that God's purpose will be established. Now, if you have a relative that lives in Chicago, be praying for them. You see the way it will rain, it rains, and then you hear the particles of the rain dropping on the roof. That is the way it will snow. And they will have something called snowstorm, where snow will fall like cement block. Boom, boom, boom. Chicago. We want to pray that God's hand will keep Burkina Faso, God's hand will keep the UK, and God's hand will keep Ghana. Are you ready to pray? Now, last year I started prophesying to you that when the election is won by Mahama, the economy will be difficult. How many of you remember? It will start from April. So I'm giving you the timeline. But that guy, give him time. Give him time. Look at your neighbor. Say, give that president time. God brought him for a reason. So if you are angry for nothing. Give him time. Okay? I'm not a supporter of anybody. I only tell you what I see. Give him time. The NDC youth should give him time. Trade unions should give him time. Look at your neighbor. Say, they'll see what will happen. I've already told you last year that the MPP party will be divided. It will be divided. Somebody say divided. You know, several years ago, I gave you a prophecy that MPP was supposed to rule for 16 years. How many of you remember? Several years ago, I gave you a prophecy that MPP in the original calendar of God, NPP was supposed to rule for 16 years. And then they did something that altered that calendar. So now the thing has shifted to the other side. What do you say? Now, I also told you that the angel of the Lord showed me a vision. And in the vision, I saw presidential candidates, very old and young. And the angel told MDC leadership that when you choose an old person, the 16-year cycle will break. But when you choose a young person, the 16-year cycle will be fulfilled. I gave that prophecy here. How many of you remember? I'm telling you that I know the presidents of this country the next 40 years. The next 40 years. I know everybody. Those who will stand and those who will not stand. I will not wait for 2028 to tell you. I'm telling you now.